We using 50,000. I don't know stuff. Bro.
Hey, what episode is this again?
We live 25.
25. What is good, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Lime with us, and we're hanging out. Episode 25. How y'all doing tonight?
Doing good. Doing great.
Hopefully, we can have some good conversation and try not to cuss each other out.
If we do, that's all good too.
Hey,
make sure y'all leave your comments.
I ain't gonna lie. Tonight we got some eventful ones. Trust me, I ain't lying. We got some good ones. So we're gonna keep y'all on y'all toes.
So yeah, let's pop up the first one and
all right, so
go ahead, Brandon. What you gonna say?
Well, no. I remember what I said in regards to conversations last time. I don't know why I forgot it. But I said, a spirited conversation does not the debate make, an argument make. A spirited conversation does not an argument make. There it is.
It's a courageous conversation.
All that, Nothing wrong with sharing ideas and opinions. Let's get it.
So let's roll into the first clip. Here we go.
All right.
At this point, Enfield police say they are working with the chief medical examiner's office to determine the cause of death for 12-year-old Eve Rogers.
Depending on where that goes, there may be information that may be immediately releasable, or we may go into more of a long-term investigative mode, as the case may be.
Chief Alaric Fox says Rogers was found unresponsive at 176 Elm Street around 10:25 on Wednesday morning. She lived there and her immediate family was present at the time. When the chief was asked about any suspicious activity from this tragedy,
we don't know at this point, and that's why we're working at this point, primarily in conjunction with the chief medical examiner's office to get further guidance from them.
At this point, Enfield police say they are working with the chief medical examiner's office to determine the cause of death.
Yeah. So let's pull this one back. Here we go.
Wow. Again, we're leading off the show with homegrown. That's an Enfield?
Yeah.
I didn't get the full news of this one, though.
So I just got whatever came up quickly, but apparently this girl was homeschooled.
Wow.
Yeah.
This was the one with the stepdad?
Yeah.
Because I remember.
Are they giving any more information?
So I could give a little context. I wasn't too sure if the two correlated because I seen the news in Enfield, this Enfield, Connecticut, where I guess the stepdad was I thought he unalived himself. I didn't know it was the other way around. That's the part I don't know.
Well, that can't be connected because this one said they found her gone, but they're not saying if anything was suspicious.
Hold on, let me see if I can find the next one.
Because I'm pretty sure they would have mentioned that the stepfather had something to do with that.
Yeah, because I was reading the one that I read, it was he was doing a little bit more than just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't say. Let me pull
When I listened to the news today, it said that she was raped, right?
Yeah.
By the stepdad.
Great. She was great.
Yeah.
Right. So it could be the same one. So the police are kind of just keeping a hush hush. They ain't talking, because that's information they must be keeping. Because obviously something happened. If she is dead at 12 years old, I mean, with no health problems, I'm sure, there's no way that a kid just randomly dies at 12 years old, naturally. So we know some foul play went on, but however, the cops are acting like there isn't any. According to that video.
Weird. I'm grossed out a little bit.
But what I want to know is this. When a parent decides to homeschool their child, what process must they go through?
You got to have them, withdrawn from school. You have to show what kind of program connecting them to so that they're doing the homeschool by a certain model. But after that, I'm not too sure.
So do they have to show their own curriculum?
Go ahead, sorry. Go ahead. You guys can.
So I'm just wondering, do they have to produce their own curriculum?
Right. Who do they report that to?
So I know, so a lot of people don't know this, right? you could go onto most state website and you could see the material your kid need to learn. So this is available online. So you could go to, I can't remember the exact name of the website, but it could show you, like, let's say it shows you the curriculum that kindergarten needs to have and all the way up, and it has all the classes they need to take. So I know a lot of parents don't know that, but this information is on the internet. So you could go and see, it's like, hey, like, let's say, for example, your kid is in first grade. The curriculum tells you what word he should know, what his proficiency should be like. It has a list of all the categories that they should be. And
so do they have to take the standardized testing just the same?
Well, I don't know about the standardizing tests, but they have.
Like, how do they know when the child can progress from one grade to the other? Like, who's keeping track, and what are we keeping track of?
Well, those are good questions, but I don't know.
That is a good question. I don't know neither.
Yeah, I know a couple people that was homeschooled, but I never asked them that question though.
I want to know. These are personal questions.
They got to check in with somebody.
Yeah, and
I don't think there's, according to what I heard on the news today, they're not. These are things that are lacking.
Right, because these are now the conversations they want to implement these days, because a lot of kids that are homeschool, like, things are happening to them. So I think they're starting to set forward policies to where they could track and see where these kids are. So so the question that you're asking, I think there's not as much oversight to it currently, but they're starting to set reform to change them. But let's run into this. Let me play a little bit more context, and because I didn't get this as well.
After another tragedy involving a homeschooled child. This one, the death of a 12-year-old girl in Enfield. Unlike most states, Connecticut has no laws for oversight. Your chief political reporter, Susan Raff, is live in Hartford tonight, where there has been a fiery debate. Susan.
Erin, it's really not clear how many children in Connecticut are homeschooled because it's not kept track of. And in fact, it's not required. So those are some of the reasons why people are supporting proposals to make changes. But the question is, are these proposals capable of saving children? Eve Rogers was a 12-year-old who loved animals and the color pink. Her family says she stood up for what she believed in. But some may ask, who stood up for her? Eve was found dead in her bedroom. Police say she was raped by her stepfather, Anthony Federline.
The biggest concern is that currently a parent can tell the district that they're going to homeschool their child, remove the child from school, or never bring the child to school at all. And then there is no check of any kind after that.
Eve was removed from Enfield Public Schools 4 years ago by her mother. Christine Gio, the state child advocate, supports homeschooling changes. One proposal would require school districts to notify 2 state agencies when a child is removed from school. The other requires annual welfare checks. Gio feels this would make sure that a child is being educated, and maybe more importantly, if they're okay. Eve's death is the latest high-profile case. Mimi Torres Garcia, an 11-year-old New Britain child, was also homeschooled. She was found dead in a plastic bin last October. And police say when they rescued an emaciated man from a Waterbury home last year, he told them he had been held in captivity for more than 20 years. He was removed from school when he was only 11. Republican leader Vinnie Candelora tells us he's against a registry for homeschooling. If a majority of states have some system in place to check on that child, are they doing it wrong, or are we?
Well, I think we don't have the right checks and balances in our system.
Now, to be clear, Representative Candelora does not support these proposals. He doesn't like the registry and doesn't feel that there should be welfare checks because he says who would do them. But he does find fault with the Department of Children and Families, and others have, for not doing enough to save children because too many are falling through the cracks. Where do these proposals stand now? They're still being worked on. It's unclear at this time whether the lawmakers will take any action this year.
All right, so I think we got enough context. So let's bring it back.
First thought that comes to mind, if a kid is absent for a certain amount of days in regular school, right? They're already filing complaints to DCF. Well, we can easily keep track of them, but what about the ones in home, at the home? You know what I'm saying?
So
are they
I think
technically absent if the parent isn't teaching them what they need to on a certain, I think it's just so there's definitely not enough thought or not enough oversight into homeschooling.
True, right? But it's a 50-50, right? Because let's say you have money and you could provide a level of education for your kids. Do you want the state or the government in your business? No, you don't want any oversight. You get what I'm trying to say? And that's why I can understand why some people are against the proposal, because now it's more like you have, let's say, when you have custody of a child, you have somebody in your business now you have to report to when you shouldn't be living like that. So here in Connecticut, it might work because a lot of us work, but let's say you live out in the suburbs or you live out in the woods or you want to live off the grid and you want to homeschool your kids. Do you really want people from the inner city coming to check on your kids, how you live and all of that stuff? You don't really want that, because if you want to be off the grid, you should be able to be off the grid. It's a way
to be off the grid and be safe.
Right, but that's their choice. You get what I'm trying to say? It's like go ahead.
It's their choice to be off. Like,
wasn't it illegal at one point if your kid don't go to school?
Yeah, you got the truancy officers involved if that was the case.
Right, they show up, right?
It technically still is illegal.
Right. So, but it's okay to keep your kid at home and just say, "Yo, I'm a homeschool.
But the home is the school, so nobody's absent. No, the home is the school.
Showing up to see if they're
it's like a double standard. It's not, it doesn't fully capture the picture.
Right. So what we're looking at is like this, right? I understand the standards, but if I don't like the curriculum set forth, because I see a lot of people, they're against. So let's go, right? Prior to going to school, they used to have prayers. You salute, you learn the national anthem, you say the pledge of allegiance to the flag. All of that got taken out. Then they put in all of these weird curriculums. Now you can't opt out of certain stuff, because when you were going to school, they explain certain stuff that they would tell your kid. Until that big uproar where they say, hey, your kid is learning about this and how they feel and they're a boy and they're a girl, you have no say in the curriculum. As parents, we don't have no say in the curriculum. So what do you do? What is the other alternative to this? Taking your kid out of that system. Because if I don't like what the government is teaching my kid, who are you to stop me from taking my kid out of school? But I get your point.
Do you take them out or do you supplement? Do you say this is what they're teaching you, but let me enlighten you?
I don't mind if they take their kid out of school. That ain't really the problem. The problem is who's checking up to make sure the kid is actually being taught. Who's, you know what I mean? Because, we could say a lot of people will, but every once in a while, a couple kids pop up on a live and there's a lot of questions. So I think the state is taking the easy way out. They pull in the
I think they're worried about funding. Who's going to pay these people to do that job?
Exactly. They need to create a job. Like he said, we ain't got nobody to do that. Well, maybe it's time y'all create something.
Nah, I think they should I get your point, but even with that, with the girl and that happened in New Britain.
And don't forget the kid in Waterbury.
Yep, up in the attic like the hills have eyes.
Actually started a fire in the house
to get out.
Led to the fire department coming out, but he was trapped for over 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
And he was supposed to be homeschooled
since he was 11. He was taken out, right?
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
He was taken out since he was like 11.
Yeah, which is about the age when that's crazy to me. I just
those checks weren't in place.
I just think that there should be something to report, whether it's you checking in to say, the curriculum has been met. Kids going to it like
with minimal invasion of privacy.
I understand all that, but it's just like if your kid is registered in school or supposed to be in school, the cops could show up at your house because you ain't in school. But if you decide to keep your kid at home, and just I'm homeschooling them, not knowing anything could happen to them. And
so let me say this, right? We're thinking too linear. You know what I'm trying to say? We're thinking too linear because guess what? We're thinking about traditional school, and we're at the precipice where it's about to change. I could be in Rwanda right now, in a place with internet. Yes, I live in Connecticut, but I could be in Rwanda right now doing my homeschooling. Next week, I'm going to be in Japan. Who are you to tell me I'm supposed to be in Connecticut? You coming to check on my kid? I could be traveling the world studying because that's what I'm saying. We're thinking linear, and I think the state automatically know that level. Well, they don't know. Well, they're coming to that understanding of what is schooling. With the online education, you don't have to be static. You could be dynamic and you could travel because we all thinking about it like, oh, we go to work and come home. A lot of these kids that are homeschooled sometimes are elite in the sense of they actually play sports, they travel, they're top in whatever they do. So they're not in Connecticut. They're traveling, they're moving. So it got kids that's motocross, go-kart, taekwondo, fighting, you know what I'm saying? They're moving. They're not in the US. So I could understand why, and that's what I'm saying. We're thinking about
But
it.
at least with
we're not thinking about it dynamic.
With online education, there's still a way to keep track. You know, there's still a way to okay, you're online. Are you producing these essays? Let me look at your narratives. You know, in the sense that that's different from a well check. You know, well check involves going directly to the home, and which those happen too. If the kid don't come to school for a minute, there are people that are like have the job of that they're assigned to go to the home and see what's going on.
But how do you go to home if you're not static? You're dynamic, you're moving, you're traveling.
No, but I'm saying if it was
but that ain't gonna be for everybody.
Online education.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It ain't gonna be for everybody, but these are some of the excuses to get around it.
Yeah, but still, when you look at what's going on, you gotta change. Something's gonna have to change. I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, you want to homeschool your kid, that's cool, but it just doesn't make sense to me that nobody ever goes to check to make sure what happens. Maybe the doctors could have caught
some kind of follow-up.
Girls.
These kids that are homeschooled technically don't have to get immunizations. And I've seen this pose as a problem where parent decides, I'm tired of these damn kids. I'm sending them to school. But then I have to be like, oh, no, sorry, can't come because you don't meet the state requirements. Mm-hmm. You don't have these shots. You're going to have to put your kid on a catch-up schedule. So now they're, at risk health-wise.
Well, according to 12, if they homeschooled and then they go into Japan, they got to get some kind of shots. You feel me?
True. To travel. You know what I'm saying?
I want to go to Japan and be homeschooled.
Hey, you got it like that to be in Japan on Monday and Australia on Friday.
I'm saying, and I got to do these online CMT, but I'm gonna be in Germany. You feel me? I'm gonna get it done though.
Yeah,
must be nice.
They still call it CMT?
No, it just was a flashback to elementary school for me.
I was like, what?
No. What up, DR?
What up? How y'all doing?
What's up?
All right.
I see you back.
I'm in between naps.
Know the feeling, man.
It's all right. You still here.
Yeah. So,
what's your take on this homeschool stuff?
I don't think everybody should be penalized for the very few that fall through the cracks that took advantage of the homeschool situation to hurt kids. Like 12 was saying. Yeah, there are people that are going to take advantage of every situation. We got these last 3 cases that we just mentioned where people died and kids died. And but for the most part, a lot of homeschool is successful. There's a lot of successful stories out of that, not having to take the immunization shots, and kids, a lot of kids are coming up ADHD or how you call it? What they call it nowadays?
Autism
after these shots. and that's not being talked about. So, and then a lot of these kids that are labeled autism, they learn different. They're not going to learn, reading and writing the traditional way. So, and then they don't have a curriculum for these kids either. So they can't just send them to school and be like, all right, they're behind, or put them all in one classroom where they're deficient of regular learning, and they just got everybody behind. It's a lot. It's a lot to it. There's not a lot of thought that's going on between the health and the education. So the way we've learned is not the way these kids learn. They learn much faster. They got much more information, and homeschooling, I don't know. I just don't think everybody should be penalized because a few people take advantage of it, because you are going to find people like that that's going to take advantage of every situation.
I like that.
That's DR for mayor, ladies and gentlemen. DR for mayor.
Yes, sir.
So, any more closing thoughts on this one before we transition?
I mean, it does suck that they want to take accountability now because of, yes, like DR said, the few individuals that, while yes, tragic, the loss of life and the abuse, but my hope is that everybody gets treated equal. I mean, if you homeschool, yes, there should be some kind of assessment or something, some kind of way to check in just to make sure the kids are all right, because how do we know? The kids that slip through the cracks, the kids that don't, we don't. Maybe you in Japan. Maybe you doing this and doing that. Maybe you just another broke kid at home with behavioral issues that your mom just want to stay home and not put you in school, whatever. But somebody got to keep track of everybody, in my opinion.
I agree. All right, so with that, let's transition to the next one. Why me? We got to go back here. There we go.
Guys, my dad literally has a camera outside of my room that leads to the bathroom. So I don't even use the downstairs bathroom, because what you want to see, what you want to see, basically I feel like he's watching me and stuff for what? I don't know. I'm 18 years old. Probably for the shit that I did 4 years ago when I was 14, 15, 16. My nigga, I'm a whole new person, but look at the camera. My bathroom is right there. And this is my room. He can't say that he's trying to watch the garage, because the garage it's his own room. You see that door right there? The garage also is out there. You could put the camera in there if you want to watch the garage. And you can't say you're trying to watch the backyard door, because there's a camera already back there. You can't say that you're trying to watch the front door, because there's a camera already out there. You're watching me. It's creepy. It's weird. Y'all, please, 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 please blow this up. Blow this up. Please, please blow this up. Blow this up.
Man, hell no. She lying. Hell no.
So this one came out loud when I was listening to it. It played back live, was a little bit on the low side, but
I couldn't hear it at first.
Yeah,
from what I understand, her dad is watching her on the cameras.
Yep.
Her own, like her biological father.
I'm pretty sure.
That's what she's trying to say. So she's trying to say her father is watching her because he has a camera in the living room that's pointing to the bathroom where she has to walk. So, but the way how she described it, she made it sound like the camera was to me. After playing it back, I heard that she said it was out in the thing, but she was like, he's watching her. Then she describes when she was 14, 15, and 16, she did some stuff. Mm-hmm. So there you go. So what's your thought on this one?
What do you mean she did some stuff?
Right.
Exactly. She sprinkled a little bit of truth in there, trying to gaslight the father.
Yeah, I think she just a bad little girl.
What's the stuff?
Thank you. What you mean? What's the stuff? Hey, use your imagination, P. What
No,
you think she
man.
was doing?
I want to know what the stuff is. The stuff could be anywhere from Donald Trump to Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, it could be anything nowadays, man. You know how much stuff you could get into.
So I was going to say I didn't like the part where this is the part that I didn't like because as a father, you look if she's 18 and she could get on the camera and state that her father is watching her, something is weird about that. That's the part I didn't like. You get what I'm saying? Even though we just watched the case where the stepfather, you know what I'm saying? But
so here's my thing.
Is she robbing him or something? Like
here's my thing.
To have a camera, she got to be. She got that stolen multiple times.
Yeah, she's pointing those cameras at those specific places for a reason. Maybe she tried to sneak people in the house. Maybe, you know,
right.
You know, dads, if it's in the bathroom, that's different, but it's not in the bathroom.
It's not in the bathroom.
It's pointing down hallways. So something happened and she ain't taking that accountability.
And the father don't trust her.
That's
exactly.
Yeah. That's what it is. She's trying to really reverse the script here.
Yeah. Like, why was she so quiet in the beginning? Is he home? Or she thinks the camera have a two-way mic?
I mean, he probably got that high-tech equipment, you feel me? It's registering small decibels, you feel me? He heard everything.
And where is mom?
It didn't describe.
You know what I'm saying?
At all.
It ain't describe no mom.
There's always more to the story.
Exactly. There's a lot. I'm sure there's a lot left out. But I have to take daddy's side right now. I don't know him, but it seemed like he got a plan.
True.
She's just a little paranoid, complaining about paying attention to rules. When rules come into play.
It's all good. She 18. She could get a job. She could move out, get her own thing, so she ain't got to be watched. Do your thing.
Yeah. Because that's the whole thing is like if you're 18 and you're letting everyone know, it was too much of signaling to get her point across. You get what I'm saying? I think my father is looking at me for what? I'm like, what did that have to do with the camera in the living room? You know what I'm saying? Do you think the father, let me repose this question. Do you think the father know this video is out there?
Nope.
Probably not.
But he does probably won't kick her out, though.
Yeah. Because I do feel the same way because for a long time, I could never understand how parents kick their kids out. And I think this is a good example
that is a crazy accusation.
Yeah, it is.
And then to put it online
and say, please help.
Yeah, yeah.
That part.
Yeah, that part right there, for real. Like she was like, blow this up. And I'm
what
like,
they were supposed to do though.
If something is actually wrong, shouldn't you be talking to uncle or auntie? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Why are you coming out to the public?
Help you? Maybe she's just doing it to get clicks. Who knows?
Yeah, probably.
More than likely.
Ain't nobody online gonna be able to help her.
You destroy
They can. If it goes viral and someone gonna step in and say something, make them. The whole thing is like this. This culture is about canceling, affecting your life. It's about disruption. If I could disrupt his daily life, or enough people could tell him that he's creepy, he's a creep, he's a pedo, whatever it is, he has to then change something, and she gets the praise. You know what I'm saying?
Now he gonna get fired, and they both gonna be homeless.
Exactly.
Boom.
So, or she start a GoFundMe. This is how these young kids think. So, somebody gonna give me money, or I could get my apartment. You know what I'm saying? It's things like that.
Hey, I hope Daddy finds that video.
Yeah. I hope it blows up so the father find the video.
Yeah, for real.
All right. So let's transition to the next clip. Here we go.
And the next time a man invites you to his home, rob him. Set him up. Tell him, show him. That's what you get for dealing with strangers. I don't
know. Stranger danger.
So, is this something we have to start worrying about, or this is?
Man, this been going on for a long time, man. I've known cats that got robbed by women before, like rob. You know, it happens. So, yeah, be careful out there. It happens.
What was the context with? I only got the end of it.
So, what she was saying is, the next time a guy invites you over, you should rob him.
Rob him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's guys that I know or used to be, they ready for stuff like that, or especially when you go into different females' houses, you don't know what to expect.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's old school thought. When you're dealing with females of that nature. But yeah, it happens.
Sad.
Yeah.
It happens.
the reason why I played this one, right, is why rob him though? That would be my question. Why?
Because
she broke. It's a couple.
Right.
Easy
They're not
money.
getting together with that person to actually have any. It's only about money. It's about getting paid. So
you ain't right. Never gonna see that person again.
No respect. Let's get this money and go.
Yeah, you go to the crib. You might rub him off. He pass out. You wake up. Everything's gone. Everything valuable is gone.
So
let's also not forget, this is something that Cardi B was bragging about doing for years.
Yeah, yep.
So, it's a way to get easy money.
Yep, she talked about it.
It's a hustle.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a hustle.
Okay. Because I seen one something similar to this where they're down in I want to say Colombia. The chicks, a lot of guys go down there, the passport bros.
Oh yeah, buddy.
And the chick were injecting these dudes. Bang! I'm talking about like lethal stuff. It's they'll pass away and they'll rob them. They'll take all their stuff. You know what I'm saying? But this one dude, he didn't die. You know what I'm saying? He woke up and he went looking for her. Oh man, he uncovered the whole plot. The whole ring. He uncovered it. You know what I'm saying? So boy came back from the dead and recovered everything. Disrupt the whole system.
Well, it's so much easier in Colombia for these situations to happen. Men go down there with the expectation, hey, it's cheap. There's no questions asked. So, you play it with fire.
Yeah. Any closing thoughts on this one? But I just wanted to play that one. Any closing thoughts on that one?
Man, oh man. That's too bad that this is happening.
It's the old school hustle.
All right.
Stranger danger.
I guess I need to quit my day job, huh?
Dude, what, Toya?
No.
I'm robbing niggas. Put some D's on them.
All right, let's transition to the next clip. Here we go.
Okay, I have a question. This is a quick one. When you go on a date, the guy comes out, you see the car he's driving, it's a putt-putt, but I don't give a shit, it's a putt-putt. I'm going out to dinner, I want to see what you're about. I was just curious, we met casually, we went on dinner, and then when he walks me to my car, great conversation, dinner was great, and he walks me to a car, and I said, where you at? He says, oh, right there, and I see his putt-putt, and he goes, oh, I drive, that's my car, and I said, okay, I said, I have a 2007 Camry, she's faithful, I'm faithful to her, blah, blah. A little bit of more conversation. Then he comes out and he tells me, I do drive another car. And I said, oh, okay. You have multiple cars. I said, some people do that. And he said, yeah, no, I have a nicer car. I have he gave me some name of a brand of an expensive car. Can't remember what it was. And he says, and I just look at him. I said, okay, so what's your point? He goes, no, I just wanted to see. I said, what did you want to see? My reaction? What? Is that a thing, guys? You want to see if a girl is going to judge you by your car? What the fuck? Are we in high school?
Bro, what? Abuela don't know about game.
That's
Abuela
my
don't know
guy.
game.
Yep,
That's
y'all be
my
testing
guy.
us. Y'all sure do.
That's
Wait,
my
what?
guy.
Say what?
Yep. Y'all be testing us.
Of course, you have to. If she don't get in the hoopty, she's out of keeper.
I like that. I like that.
If I got to pull up in a nice car and she, and all of that, she with me for sometimes what you have. That's just some things some guys got to do.
Okay.
That was my logic. I don't know. That's not everybody's logic, but that was definitely one of my logics.
I think it's a good test, though. There's a lot of gold diggers out here.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's a good way to go about checking to see if she's won.
Yeah. She don't get no hoopty. She's not a go.
But she about to get her Social Security, so what she care about that for? I'm just saying.
Not in the putt-putt.
The putt-putt. We said it multiple. Man, Abuela up there. She up there.
Yeah.
I think she'll get in the putt-putt. She want to eat.
Like that's what she said. She was there. She was there.
Yeah, Abuela said she got a
2000.
Oh boy, that boy got hit by Biden.
2010 Toyota Camry. I think that's what he's about to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, Abuela got a 2007. She's supposed to have something closer to the year. At least have your 2018. You invested your money in the stocks, right, Abuela? Come on.
Yeah.
I wonder what his putt-putt was.
His putt-putt was probably an '89 Honda Civic with the little lights that flip up. Man, classic.
Yeah.
I had some of those.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. He over there cranking up the window.
I think he revealed his secret too soon, though.
He definitely did.
Yeah, he did.
Because he liked her. He liked her. So the gig was up. The gig was up.
Yeah.
Yo, let me tell you, with the old school cars, you could pull a lot of game. You know what I'm saying? You don't got no automatic windows. You got to reach across there and wind up the window.
Reaching across, boy, she gonna think you trying to get her.
No, but that's the whole thing. It's manual. Like, let me get that for you. Reach across and wind up the window.
Hey, but it's 2026. All right, it may be manual, but you about to catch a case or at least a jab to the eye.
You know what I'm saying?
They don't know about that. They don't know about the ding 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 when the doors open. They gonna get in trouble.
Seatbelts on.
Yo, I used to like the old school Acura Vigora with the car seat. When you open the car seat came down. And you open the car door, it came across. Boy, that was the best thing. You didn't have to put on your seatbelt.
Wasn't that like the Acura Legend?
No, it was the Vigora. It probably had it in the Legend too, but you didn't have to put on your seatbelt. The car, it was automatically built into the car. So you open the car, and this was back in the what was that? Yeah, that came out early. I don't know why they stopped designing cars like that. But the car seat actually, I'm like, that should have took off. I don't know why
it was nice, and you would never have to worry about, hey, you ain't put on your seatbelt. It put it on for you.
Yeah, put it on for you. Yeah.
So yeah, you're right. That definitely should have took
off.
There
was a few cars like that. Not
I love those.
Yeah, when you open
it was like a Mazda.
Yeah, there was a few of them.
Yeah, but I don't know why they stopped. Yeah,
you
but
don't see that anymore.
Yeah, that's
you
what
don't. You don't.
Classic. Wow.
That's what I'm saying.
Damn. All the Acuras did that. The Integra did it, I think, too.
So all the foreigns, pretty much, because I don't remember any American cars doing that.
Nah, over the foreign. Yep,
it's true.
Yeah, they cut it out after a certain year. I think like early '90s, because those Acura Vigor, those were like early '90s car. Like somewhere in the coming to the 2000, they stopped doing it.
I would only imagine because you didn't, it showed your seatbelt was on, but the buckle part on your waist was, you never had to wear that. I want to think safety, maybe. I'm not sure, but who knows?
Okay, cool. Probably because of that.
Yeah.
All right, cool segment. Any last thoughts on that one?
I need an old school. I need to find something because my dad had an '89 Honda Civic that he rode well into the 2000s. He bought it off somebody, kept that bad boy moving until it couldn't no more. He traded it in. I should have took it off his hands.
Yeah, I'm definitely riding the hoopties until I know for sure she's a keeper.
That's right.
That's what you do. All right, let's transition. Here we go. We'll go to this one. Here we go.
Okay, this is a legitimate question. Why do y'all keep getting these degrees that's not making y'all no money? You did went up there to them people's school and then got you a master's degree, an MBA, and all these different type of degrees and didn't look into it and do your research and due diligence to figure out if it was going to make you some money when you got it. It's y'all fault that these people trying to get us to pay these goddamn student loans back because y'all just keep going to them schools and taking out all that money. Do your research.
All right. We're going to go to Brandon on this one first. What are your thoughts on this one? Is she right? Is she wrong?
What you do for a living? You talking all that? What you do for a living? Because at the end of the day, you already know, yes, college not for everybody. But we go to school to get to that piece of paper, and we trying to open up doors for ourselves, all right? And yes, you may not agree, but it still opens a door that is not open to some people who don't have it, all right? I've had many a job that I've applied for that's just like, yeah, you need a bachelor's in X, Y, and Z. Look at the job description. You don't need no damn bachelor's. They just want you to have it. It is what it is. So, I mean, it opens the door no matter what.
I'm going to push back.
There we go. There we go. There we go. Go ahead. Go ahead. Push back.
We have students. All right. So I could go two route with this, right? So you have the group of kids that are going to college and they're taking up basket weaving, right?
Yeah, major.
All examples.
It's a prerequisite.
Basket weaving.
That's not no major. That's not no major, 12.
Hold on. Water instruments. Talking about water. You spoon, water, life in the orchestra.
Yeah.
Okay. Taking water, put it in the rice strainer.
Okay.
You ain't going to get a job for that. They have women's studies. The one that I seen this young, it was an African-American kid. He was like, he went to school for women's studies. I don't know where you're going to find a job with that. But you know what I'm saying? You have these degrees. They have a lot of degrees out there that is not going to apply into the real world. You know what I'm trying to say?
I don't. I'm going to push back on that, sir. If I get me a degree in women's study, I could easily get a job for the AKAs that have Trick Daddy come to the goddamn concert. You heard me? What are you talking about, sir? If I got water instruments or whatever, I could go down to the Bushnell and get some kind of job over there playing the flute pan when Lion King come back to the goddamn stage. Sir, what are you saying? You can get a job doing anything.
Yep. True.
Anything.
I do give you that. Yes, you can get a job doing anything, but is it going to be lucrative for you to take care of yourself?
Why not?
Basket weaving?
Hell yeah, somebody need baskets. It's American made. The president will be very proud, sir. I'm probably
when was the last time you bought a basket?
Huh?
When was the last time you bought a basket?
Don't make me look around the house, sir. I bought a basket. Yes, exactly. Easter, multiple of those junks. Boy, them kids was raking it in. Somebody made a profit, all right, off Easter alone. Stop playing with me.
One day of the year. So
it don't matter. That one day of the year has 600% profit, sir. That's a success.
Yeah. Trust me. Yes, success for the bigger company, not the one that went to college for it, because he got to own the business to receive that money.
So who say he can't own a business, 12? It sounds like you talking down on people in their dreams.
All right, here we go. But what I would say is this. Some of these jobs are not lucrative, right? Because you do have some of these jobs where these people go to school, they get these degrees, and they can't find a job. There's a lot of people out there that went to college, they got their degrees, they got their masters, and they're not doing anything with it. I'm going to share a short story that I passed it around so the panel could answer, right? I went to my son's daycare. Well, it was my daughter at the time. And I was listening to the ladies speak, and all of them had masters. We're talking about daycare, right? All the ladies in the daycare had masters. You get what I'm trying to say? And I was like, God. And she was like, yeah, I got my master's. And the next lady was like, yeah, I got my master's too. The next lady was like, yeah, I got mine too. So it's like all the ladies in there, they all had masters, but the jobs that they had was in a daycare. You get what I'm trying to say? And I was like, wow.
What were their masters in?
I'm not too sure, but you know,
kids get money though. Child care is a very, very lucrative business. What are you saying, sir?
Did it have anything to do with childcare?
No. I don't know. I don't know. I can't say.
Was it a business? Because I mean, was it a home daycare? Those are pretty lucrative.
They making mugga.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Right. But I think what I'm trying to say is we do see a lot of people coming out of college with degrees that are not usable. That's why Trump or the new administration, they started taking certain degrees off that list that you don't need a degree to go.
You better not take nursing off that list though.
And I'm not about to listen to no man that had goddamn Trump University and then everybody done got discredited. The degrees they use from there can't be used. He gonna tell me what can't be used, what's not lucrative? Get out of here.
But you know what though? I think the person she's talking about is that person that just goes to school to get degrees. I know people like that where they just like to have a degree in this. If they feel like, well, I could get this master's in this, and they'll just go to school and get it just to have it. But
some people are just lifelong learners. They just can't stop going to school.
Yep. And they're not necessarily going to actually use it.
It's one thing if they have the money to get these degrees and they're not in loads and loads of debt. But when you get in these degrees and you in loads and loads of debt and you can't make the money to pay it back, like that's a problem.
But it's a personal problem.
I knew you was gonna say that.
But where's the lie? Where's the lie?
So are we saying it's a learning addiction? They're addicted to learning. So
listen, if you're injecting books and not, the other stuff, what's wrong with that?
If you're gonna go rack up on some masters that is not gonna help you in your day-to-day or ever in the
future, to say it's not gonna help you though?
That's what I'm saying. I think a lot of them just get it to say, I got a master in this. I got to, I mean, they may not necessarily use it. They never know, but they just want to have it. And I think that's the person she's talking about, because I know some people like that. They got like 8-9 degrees and they ain't using none of them to do nothing in their everyday life. And you're like, well,
let me say this much, right? It don't matter how many degrees you got. There is no knowledge that is not power.
Right.
Do we need to go to school to get a degree to get that knowledge?
No, we could be homeschooled.
Shots fired. Jesus.
Your mama could teach you whatever you.
I mean, if you make it through the homeschooling,
we could
teach you make it through
so many resources.
It sounds like homeschool is a little rough right now. You gotta be careful.
So I know this is a little segue before we hop into the next segment, but they just opened a AI school. I was watching a clip last week where I think they're testing it out in Chicago or someplace out there, and people are signing up for it. You want to guess how much this AI school costs?
It better be $0
for a year.
Yeah,
man, I would say like 30,000-40,000.
Who they paying? Who they paying?
Yo, if you
just to use ChatGPT to get through,
AI know more than any person.
That's a lie. If I tell them it's hanging low and to the left, it's not gonna know what to do with that.
Yeah, it's gonna tell you to pinch.
Nah, they could train it on stuff like that.
It's gonna say
pinch. So what's your guess, Brandon? What's your guess?
AI school. I mean, it's got to have a physical place or something to go to, right? 50,000. Let's just put it. Like Price is Right. 50,000.
All right, Toya. What's your guess?
20.
Brandon was dead on the money. Brandon was dead on the money. About
I didn't see nothing about this story for the record. Swear down.
What did I say?
40.
What did you say?
You said 30, didn't you?
30, 40.
No.
But yeah, it's around there. It's around the 50,000 a year for this AI school, and it's getting filled. It's getting filled. You know what I'm saying?
Is there a physical campus?
I think so, but but they're gonna have their own individual educator in that sense. So basically, it's I got to go back and look at the story. I can't remember the full thing. I think it's tailored learning because the AI could tailor the learning to your pace. Because that's the whole thing that I was saying. We're thinking about what we went through in school, and that time is changing. With AI, you could have it's like this. I can see where you're at with your learning abilities, and I could help you strengthen your weak parts.
Right.
And
There's there's ability to track in that sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that would be one way to track it, that using AI with their learning portal. But even with that, but
hey, that's how not to segue, but that's how they found out Kyler Murray wasn't doing his playbook. Because once you open your tablet, they know what you did. And AI is in there, so they could, he only got to page 2. I mean, they could tell. So AI could be a lot helpful.
Skynet.
Yeah,
I remember Skynet.
Yeah, you ain't gonna be remembered. We about to see it. We keep playing.
It's been a while since they released a movie. I haven't seen one in a minute.
They don't need to when it's coming true right now, my boy. Cyberdyne System. Stop playing.
Is there a new Terminator?
I don't think so. No.
Because somebody got to replace Arnold at some point.
Hell no. You seen what happened with the last movie? They put CGI over some bodybuilder and it was just good. I said, goddamn.
Yeah, that Skynet is crazy, boy.
We are getting closer to it every day. Man. This is dangerous.
We are. All right. So let's transition to the next clip. Here we go.
Let's get it.
I don't care what the school's out with, I'm gonna get out this car right now because I'm sick of y'all. That's the last fucking time I'm gonna say it.
My daughter's bullied too, so just stand up. My daughter's bullied, so I don't know what's going on.
Beat ass, cause I'm sick of it, and I'm not playing. What's going on? So if my daughter tell me again that somebody's fucking with her, she gonna get out this car, and my son gonna get out too, and they gonna beat ass, cause I'm sick of it. What's going on?
Get straight, ask Monte on the bus.
You wanna beat up? Do you wanna beat up? Take off the gun. Beat her ass. No, you keep talking with it. Let's get it. Beat her ass. Beat her ass. You wanna fight? Exactly. You in the car, exactly. So don't fuck with her no more. Don't fuck with her no more. Straight up.
Is my kids messing with your children?
No.
All right. So this was an altercation that took place. Do you think the father was just in his actions?
I can understand his wrath. I could really understand it, but that's not going to get anywhere.
How's not going to get nowhere?
Yeah, well.
Come on, Toy. How's not going to get nowhere?
Somebody sees this, he's not going to get locked up. He's not going to get some kind of consequence.
He didn't put hands on nobody.
Yeah, unless he slapped the crap out of that kid.
He ain't put hands on him. He just strongly worded him.
Yeah.
See,
but wasn't he encouraging the kids to fight?
Encouraging? That's not a crime. To defend yourself. This is America.
So, what I would say is 2 things that was wrong in my instance, right? I understand exactly what he's doing, right? Because if you have a daughter and someone is bullied, you don't want it. And he also has to be a man to protect his daughter as well. So you see this where parents would go to school and talk to the bully because the school won't do anything. Like now, if a kid does something wrong, they also have to protect the bully, which is a child. So he's like this. When you go to school, like, oh, who hit my kid? They would never tell you who hit your kid.
Right. They got to keep things confidential.
Exactly. So now they would say, oh, there was an altercation and your daughter got hit. But they wouldn't tell you who hit your daughter. So now your kid is getting bullied and now you have to ask your own child. And if your child is scared and don't want to speak up, Now you're in a house with your child that ain't telling you who the bully is. You know what I'm saying? But most kids would tell their parents. But you do have some that won't say anything. But my main point is the father is telling the child, I don't want you to be scared of anybody. That's what he's doing. The only thing I didn't like was it was a lady. You know what I'm saying? The lady was asking, hey, what did you do? And she was wise and not like really talking to him. She was asking the child. So that's the only part that I didn't like. But he did it professionally where he didn't, you know what I'm saying? He ain't talk bad to the mother. He ain't talk bad to the child. He just said, hey, you want to whoop, get out. And you know what I'm saying? But other than that, that's why I don't think he would get in trouble because he wasn't thinking the mother. He wasn't really talking bad to the child. He was like, yo, if you keep messing with her, I just let her beat you up. That's it. What's your thoughts?
As long as he ain't getting in trouble for nothing. I mean, these bullies do need to be put in their place. Yeah.
Hey, she F around enough, she'll find out.
Yeah.
Because
I
eventually
didn't see that the man did nothing wrong.
it ends one way with somebody getting knocked out. Usually the tree just
This happened at work the other day. This kid has a lot of behavioral problems. Always going around hurting other kids. And finally he came to me complaining, this person hit me. I was like, yep, you knew this was going to happen. Kids couldn't take it no more.
eventually run into somebody bigger and better.
Yeah. That's the whole thing.
And yeah, if around enough, you're gonna find out for real.
So the question I would pose for this section is, you think if a next man was there, like the other father was there, that would have took place?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
They would have probably scuffled.
I would have fought it out.
He,
That's crazy.
He showed up hot. He was ready. He was waiting. He was like, yo, I got time. I got time today. For real. I think they would have got into it.
Cool.
I mean, either that, it's two men. They would have been like, hey, your kid doing X, Y, Z. And they have a conversation. You did what? You know, and get the issue resolved. But, you know, sometimes it is one of them things where, are you messing with my kid? All right, maybe if I beat you up, it'll equal it out. Like, it is what it is. But I think they would have talked it out. I think they would have had an honest discussion. Everything would have been squashed. Or at least, you know, the issue would have been put on.
You never know what's going to happen.
You're right.
I mean, one person wanted to talk, the other was like, nah, bro. It's been a minute since I got a good squabble.
People look for
I ain't squabbled with nobody since before the little Corona. The little Rona.
So I would hope that I ain't meeting Kimbo Slice at the bus stop for bullying my kid.
If Kimbo Slice slowing up, honey, get back in the car.
Yeah, nah, you got it.
Come around here messing with these people.
You got it.
Yeah, he passed away, you know.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, Kimbo Slice, yeah.
May he rest in peace.
He was a street fighter that went into MMA wrestler, like fighting huge.
From Florida of Bahamian descent.
Yeah, back
made it to the UFC.
Yeah, that dude is built like a brick, like cutting. He got muscles on muscles and muscles inside of muscles.
All right, so let me transition to this one, right? Let me transition to this one. Here we go.
Before you transition, make sure y'all hit the QR code.
Yes, sir.
But you said, why did he do that? That's disrespectful. He's 3. But you didn't know he was 3, ma'am. Do you see how little he is? How old did you think he was? I don't know you, ma'am. The fuck? I don't know you, ma'am. Yeah, you better go ahead, because you about to know me now. Back up. Back out of my face. I said my son is 3. That's it. I was going to pop you. Back up out of my face. 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 I'm not Bobby. I want to step her out. My son is 3 years old. He didn't touch her on purpose. Okay, but I didn't touch her. She just came with Alex said, why did he do that? That's disrespectful. He's 3. Okay, but you're not. Back up. Like I said, back up. Let it go. Back up. Let it go. It's done. Back up. Let it go. Back up. Okay, I'm telling you to back up on me, because if you walk up on me, I'm going to beat your ass. And that's not a threat. And I'm going to wait on the police to get here. So back the fuck up off of me. My son is 3 feet. He didn't touch you on purpose.
Yeah, so you don't need that much. And it's gonna get
back
changed.
up. Leave me alone.
So what
Leave me
about?
alone. Back up.
Yeah, tell her to go in the other house. Yeah.
I'm sorry for causing a ruckus in your store. My son touched the back of her leg. He's 3 years old, and she decided that it was disrespectful when I was about to pop him. Why did he do that? It's disrespectful. He's 3.
I couldn't see anything. I was having technical difficulties on my end.
I'm glad you missed it, Lord. Ghetto.
Sound, I heard it.
Right. That's all. As long as you hear it, because it wasn't really.
It wasn't the visual as much.
Yeah, it was. They held the camera away from it, so we couldn't see it either.
Okay.
But 3-year-old grabs a woman's buttocks, and the mother is upset because it's a 3-year-old, and the lady's upset because he grabbed her buttocks. So who's really should be upset? The one that got molested, or the
How
one
did
that
the 3-year-old grab the buttocks?
right?
He touched the people's leg, like all up in there. You feel me? He grabbed it.
I'm just assuming, yeah, he grabbed, and this lady feel like because it's a 3-year-old, he should be excused, or
he ain't do it on purpose.
Right.
That's what she's saying.
No, it definitely needs to be,
Now, at 3 years old, you understand that that's not mommy or auntie, right?
I believe so.
Right.
12.
Not necessarily.
What are we talking about?
3 years old. Think about it. 3 years old.
It's a curiosity phase, isn't it?
Curiosity, man. Listen, I am not Albert Einstein. I am not Neil deGrasse Tyson. But any of my children, when they was 3 years old, knew the difference between touching some stranger and being
stranger danger.
Hell no.
No,
they have the mind.
Every kid is different.
I'm assuming this kid likes her or whoever it is, because for you to walk up and touch a stranger is like.
Well, he knew mom/grandma was gonna go off.
Who's that for?
The people for not teaching him.
Parents. The parents need to just redirect them.
All right, I get you. We overlooking this. It's a 3-year-old. You know what I'm saying?
But we know it's a 3-year-old.
Yeah, we know it's a 3-year-old, sir.
This woman got violated, and she didn't want to be violated. Any way you look at it, she's not wrong for being upset. But is the mother wrong for allowing the kid to go touch someone else?
Yeah,
that is the mother's responsibility.
Reacting like that, absolutely.
And I'm gonna say just like this, 12, because when it comes to like say dogs, I know how you feel about that. How would you feel if the dog came up to you and just walked by and licked you? Even though it's coming to me, just walk by and lick you? You'll be mad, right? Yo, it's just a dog. Don't worry about it.
He's shooting that mug.
All right. So there's a 3-year-old. There's a 3-year-old.
You gonna shoot the dog for licking you? Really?
A dog?
Really, Winston? Oh,
who hurt you?
Hey,
who hurt you?
Hey, I would be against him. However, on the other side of the world, man, they eat that boy for lunch.
So but what I was going to say, let me say this, right? Granted,
go ahead.
The dog situation, I was just using the last clip where the guy shot the dog on the porch, right? But what we're saying is a 3-year-old touch, and we don't know exactly where he touched her, right?
Well, she said his butt.
Right. So it's like this. It's like this. If a baby walks up to you, right? It's like this. It's not a grown man. It's a baby. You know what I'm saying? If
we understand that. A 3-year-old is a toddler, right? Not a baby. There's a difference, sir.
I get it. But you can tell
full development.
Right. But you could tell it's like this. There's nowhere a young child is going to do something like a 3-year-old is going to sexually do anything to you to make you feel that way.
Why are you touching people you don't know?
I am not denying that at all.
But you know what I'm saying? It's like this. I seen grown ladies. You see it in church. Little kids touch ladies like, hey, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't turn around in an anger or rage. Once you turn around and you see hold on. When you turn around and you see the child, you be like, oh, why you don't do all of that? I know grown ladies, even though they have wrong bumpers and little baby touches, they turn around, hey, okay, cutie. They are not turning around angry. Most ladies, hold on, let me finish. Most ladies have a motherly instinct or a feminine thing where when they see a baby, they're like, oh, he's such a cutie. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what they do.
This ain't most ladies.
Well, I don't know these big booty church women that are so kind. But that's not been.
No,
That's
I was saying I seen it in church. I'm not designated all.
But again, that's in church. They're not about to turn around and do all that.
Hey,
if you slap somebody in the church,
Brandon,
you just gonna get it. But after church,
Brandon, I think we need to go to church with 12. That's what.
Yo, because he know where them big booty Latinas is at. I don't understand.
Hey, we all
I'm trying to see something. I'm trying to see something.
Everybody, we're going to church with 12.
If I dress up as a child and I reach up, will they have the same reaction, 12? If I shave real quick, you feel me?
Your ass going to jail.
Huh? So I could go to jail. But listen, that's all I'm saying. My 3-year-old knew when we went to the Chinese buffet, you're 3, all right? Well, whenever. Sorry, well, older age now. Let's see. Go to work. 3-year-olds getting everywhere free. Never mind. Whatever. My 3-year-old knew better. Don't be touching structures.
Yeah, and all right. So I do give you
on, man.
Where the mother should tell the kids not to touch. I get that. But I didn't like the mother's reaction. She was too overbearing. You know what I'm saying? She was too overbearing.
That's the kind of reaction that's gonna have a kid.
You mean
feel
when the
safe
mother was
doing
first
any and
around?
everything?
Yes, that was overbearing.
It was
Right,
too much,
so-
way too much.
So what I was gonna say was another thing is we don't know what occurred before the camera started recording. So just say that the kid touched her, right? She turned around and she was like, oh, that's cutie, baby. And then she turned to her mother and was like, yo, you should probably watch your kid. And boom, fire is lit. She goes off. She's a 3-year-old. Like, yo, I'm just saying, watch your kid.
Right.
And we don't know what really happened, but the way she went off, it seemed like I've been to hair store. I see my hair, I do my own goddamn hair. And some of these, they be in there with like 4 or 5 kids and they be running around not even watching and paying attention.
Yeah.
So
I agree with that.
I'm thinking something happened that escalated the situation. So I do believe you're right. I could see where she's like, oh, or she probably said something and he came back and did it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. However, he grabbed her booty and she told the mother about it and the mother did that. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I didn't like she was almost trying to shame her.
Exactly.
For having a 3-year-old. Yes, we understand it's a 3-year-old, but it's still your responsibility
to watch your child.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And even if she shouldn't feel violated, she feel violated. And we can't say, oh, she shouldn't feel that way. Because at the end of the day, if I came to your house and your son grabbed my ass, and I'm just saying, I mean, but yeah, but no, you're in my space. You came to my space and violated me, and now you yelling at me because you couldn't watch your son.
Sure.
And that's all I'm saying. At a 3-year-old, I don't know where you are. I can't remember where I was at 3. How my thinking was. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. It's like, yo, I understand both sides. But
I'm just gonna look this up. Let's see where kids are at age 3 developmentally. Let's see what Erickson said. And
who?
Eric Erickson.
Okay, let's see what they say.
Is that Eric the Red? I don't know that, man. I don't know that, man.
Nah.
She talking about the Viking.
No, she talking about early development.
Who is this? What?
Developmental theorist. Eric Erickson, I think Piaget was one of them. Come on, guys, help me out.
Nope.
I gotta pull it up. It's like I'm not too sure what field of what education it is though. That's the only thing I don't know.
Did you just name the dude that did the theory with the flowers?
So at this stage, they're trying to develop independence and personal control over physical skills.
Yeah, he developed the personal control over that physical feature, you feel me? Nasty boy.
Yeah, baby.
I ain't never grabbed no booty at 3.
You ever ask your mama?
What happened?
Ask your mama.
My mother can't remember nothing about my childhood. I'd be like, oh, did I do that? Sure, I don't remember.
Bro, let me tell you.
You would have thought she had 7 kids.
Lie. Let me tell you, I ain't gonna lie. Me as a father, if my son grab a woman butt, I'm laughing. I'm laughing because I'm proud. I'm proud as hell. Good one, little bro. Good
So
one.
what if she came up to you and slapped you?
I take the slap, but I would say I'm sorry.
Hey, slap for slap.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry.
I mean, I can't say I don't understand what you're saying. It's like when I'm proud that my girls want to wear dresses. This is, cool.
Yeah, but it's like you already know it's nothing behind it. So it's like he young, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, so I do get it. I get it. But let's transition.
Oh, just when I found some juicy stuff.
No, you can go ahead.
Yeah,
I was just
go ahead.
Okay. Normative sexual behaviors in toddlers and preschoolers.
Wait, what?
2 to 6-year-olds may touch or rub their genitals in public or private.
Oh, Toya, no. We're getting into Jello pudding territory.
Not necessary. She just speaking facts. Go ahead, Toya. Go ahead. Continue.
Go ahead.
Am I violating anybody?
No, you good.
So as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted.
There you go. Stand on business.
I'm sorry.
Normal sexual behaviors and this is healthychildren.org. So yes, it is a reputable site.
Facts and sources.
All right.
Facts and sources. Go ahead, Toya.
Touching and rubbing genitals in public or private. That's normal. Looking at or touching a peer's or sibling's genitals. Oh. Showing genitals to peers. Standing or sitting too close to someone. Trying to see peers or adults naked. This sounds like this kid might be just going through normal curiosity, but the parent should have corrected them. This is not what you do in public. This is not, you don't go up to strangers and grab them like that,
But he's learning. I get you. So everything you said.
So he's learning, but he shouldn't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
At any time she told him not to do that or you shouldn't do that?
What was your question?
No, I'm just saying, you think she ever said to the kid, don't do that?
I do think so. But it's like this. You do have it with kids where you tell them don't do something and they will be familiar with someone or see someone that they do know. You know what I'm trying to say? Because you see kids do it. They'll see someone or recognize someone that they think they know and they'll run up to them like, they're looking like, hold on, who's you? We've seen this in the airport, bro. Yo, have you ever went to the airport? I mean, not the mall, and you be walking in the mall and a kid start crying and be like, "Daddy," that ever happened to you?
The kid walk up to you and call you daddy? Start crying?
I was walking through the mall one day. Right? This little kid, "Daddy!" I looked at the kid and kept walking. He's like, "Daddy!" So he jumped out. It's like I think it was a girl. She jumped out the mother hand and started hauling butt, ran, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, ran and jumped on me. It's like, "Daddy." And then mom was like, "Sorry, I'm so sorry." I was like, "No, it's sorry." She calmed down.
It's all right.
Huh?
Nothing. Go on.
Yo, I was probably like, let me tell you, I was probably like 21.
That child
22.
knows something he don't know. That child knows something you don't know, 12.
You from
space? I was like 21, 22.
My dude was he was being fruitful and multiplying, and he knew it.
Right? A spaceship showed up and dropped you off back in Tibet.
It wasn't a spaceship. My boy out here spreading the seed. Jesus.
Trust me, I was young, bro. I was young, but
Young
I know
ain't
that
got
kid
nothing to
wasn't
do
mine.
with it, sir.
Like,
You
what
got
would make a
case
kid
waiting
do
for you.
that though? Like what?
No, because that's what I'm trying to say.
You know what?
Look similar to you could look similar. Yo, have you ever went someplace and seen somebody like, yo, I think I know that person?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Babies go through the same thing. Toddlers go through the same thing. Yo, that dude looked like my father. You see, they got many videos of kids thinking that someone is their parent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Until they realize, like, hold on.
Or this child does not know their father and was looking for what could be a strong father figure, and said, he looks like a father figure.
No, at a
12,
baby
will you
age.
be my father?
That reporter voice.
I'm just saying. You were the one with the crazy experience between the big booty Latinas in church, and now you got kids running up to you calling you daddy.
That was crazy. That one was crazy, man. I was like, no, I'm not your father.
That you know of. That you know of. No
Are
DNA
you my
was done.
daddy? Y'all my
No
daughter read
DNA
that book?
was done.
Huh?
Are you my father? Wasn't there a book like that?
No, that was a line from Don't Be a Menace to South Central While Drinking Your Juice in the Hood, starring Marlon Wayans.
Hey,
Quote me. It is in the movie.
Yeah.
What do you? It said, now, children, what do you say when you meet a nice man? Are you my daddy?
Yes, sir. That was that one for real. I remember.
Yeah.
Classic.
All right. Any more comments on this one before I switch?
Before we transition, all right, stop freaky ass kids. Okay, if they touch you, let them know they wrong. No freaky ass kids, and protect all booties, little, big, or small. Protect all booties from these freaky ass kids.
Yo, you know what's crazy?
But all kids are freaky naturally because they're trying to discover themselves.
I know you ain't just say that, woman. You said all kids are freaky? With the Epstein file still unreleased, you said all kids are
don't
freaky?
mean it that way. Y'all help me out here.
You said it.
What I came out wrong.
We know what you mean, Toya. We know they're in the exploratory stage. They're exploring stuff.
Exploring what?
We get you.
Freaky ass kids. Well, raise your kids right, freaky ass kids.
It's crazy. A couple segments ago, it was stranger danger. And here we are, and the strangers getting them molested.
All kids are freaky. It's okay. It's normal, y'all. No, Toya. Freaky ass kids.
Here, all right. Here. He said they're freaky ass kids, but it just chastised you for calling them freaky.
Wait, what?
Said she just said freaky, and you're calling freaky ass kids.
Yes, two things can be true at once.
Yeah.
Freaky ass kids are freaky.
All right, cool. So let's transition. Here we go.
I'm saying good night, y'all. Good night.
No.
Good night.
We still got all these freaky ass kids.
Isn't it wild how you haven't seen any more protests against ICE? You really think ICE stopped doing their job? No, ICE is still out there doing their job, and they're doing it effectively. But you don't see any more protesting against ICE. Those people who spend all their time and energy protesting ICE are now spending all their time and energy on the Middle East. They're pretty effective, aren't they? Whenever they want you to stop paying attention to something, they'll start protesting something. They'll start supporting something or going against something in order to get you off of what they don't want you to focus on.
You think she was correct in her statement?
Yeah, I believe so.
You're muted.
Oh, the protest about ICE? Because there's no more protests, but that's okay. It's okay. ICE is doing their job now, so it's okay if they're not protesting because there are legal arguments everywhere. So ICE is doing what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, I kind of like what she said because it's true. They not in the news no more. Yo, in Minnesota or whatever, they were holding it in the news. Days of unrest. Days.
What was it's distractions, man?
Yeah, it was a distraction.
Now, I haven't seen any protests in the last couple of weeks.
This is true.
Well, they switched it.
Are they still protesting, or is just that the cameras got shut off?
They switched it to the No Kings because that's what they did. So it's no longer about ICE. They switched to No King. So they had that about a week ago where they were protesting Trump.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like this.
But after that, it's been nothing since.
Yep. You know what I'm saying?
There's too much going on in the world, I think, to be worried about ICE as the biggest thing. Way too much going on in the world. Between the conflict going on in Iran and gas being $4 a gallon, who's really worried about illegal immigrants at this time? I'm sorry.
Boy, they still raking them in. Bruh, they still raking them in, son. Yo. True. We're going to get back to this, but they're still raking them in. They did a sting operation. That shit was crazy. All of the people that were, I think, truck drivers, they didn't have citizenship. They lowered them to a DMV. I don't want to say lower. So they did a sting operation where they went to a DMV and they walked through the line and they asking everyone's like, "Hey, where are you from? Where are you from?" And at the end, ICE pulled up on them. Yo, people scattered, but they caught all of them. You know what I'm saying? Because they so it's like this. It was a twofold. You couldn't get your licensure register renewed, and they capture you. So it's like, so is that a new thing that they're going to be doing? Where when you go to the DMV to renew licensures or whatever you need, they just won't pull you in, because that's what they used to do with Obama. When they would call you into the lawyer's office and they'll capture you.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, let me clarify what I meant when I said, "Oh, they don't care about illegal immigrants." I mean, as in ICE being an issue. Yes, there are illegal immigrants that need to be sent back because they're here doing crime or whatever. But I'm just saying that in terms of the people's focus, as in ICE is such a bad thing, is more important things. But the DMV thing, it is what it is. If that's how you weed people out, it seemed to have worked.
Yeah. Plus, you know what too? What changed is ICE went to the airports. You remember?
Mm-hmm.
When Trump sent them to the airport, it kind of took the focus away from what they were doing in the streets, because all of a sudden, and that's what happened. The protests went into the airport. Now, because aviation, and when it comes to that, it's a whole different verbiage. They couldn't protest in the airports.
Yeah, you can't.
Like they would if they, were out in the streets. So I think all of that came into effect, because you don't see anything going on. So a lot of people in their head is like, "Oh, ICE is at the airport, so they're at the airports now."
Yeah, they can't make it to the airport and really protest. That's a different. Yeah, you can't do all of that.
No, it's different rules, different regulations.
Yeah.
You get, because look, even if you go to, we do a lot. Our family travel a lot. We travel a lot. You're always dropping somebody off at the airport. You could probably sit there for 30 seconds to 2 minutes, and then you got to move. Much less if somebody came out there to protest, it ain't gonna happen.
Nah, that's not.
So yeah, that's what it is. ICE went to the airport, Brandon,
and they got more tracking in the airport. They got way more tracking in the airport. They could account for everybody coming in and out.
Well, they've always been in the airport. A lot of people don't realize that ICE works at the airport. They're there all the time. It's just that these people went in to help TSA out because they were short, but a lot of people didn't think that ICE was already at the airport.
They were always there.
Listen, you go to the airport, you find in state troopers, you find in Marines, you find in anything to do with the law is already there.
Mm-hmm.
On a legal flight with something, everybody there waiting for you.
Yep. Yeah, they got to de-escalate and get the planes out. You know what I'm saying?
Everything. Mm-hmm. This is like that in every state. Every state, they're already there.
Yeah. But cool. Any closing thoughts on that one? You guys want to switch to the next one?
Switch to the next one.
Yeah, I can switch it up. Ice, baby. Doom, 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 doom. Ice, baby.
That's ridiculous. I'm saying, que you're a woman, because you look like a woman, but in spirit, you're a fucking man. I think all those years of me having you with me since you was little, being around my friends and everything, I think that's why you are the way you are. I think if you would have been more around your mother and your sisters, more than me with my friends, you would have been different. I don't know, I got a funny feeling that you being with me all that time is the way that you are, the way you are. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking now. I think so.
I have no regrets.
But I'm thinking that the way that you are, and it's because the way You know, since little. I mean, since little, you was always with me, and around my friends, and always seeing. I don't know, because the way you be talking and acting is like more like a man than, I don't know. I think if you would have been more with your mother, her friends, and your sisters, you would have been different. I think the way you grow up has to do.
So was Dad right in this situation?
Well, I got to give it to him because he knows his daughter, so he could understand. Like, I understand what he's talking about, but that would be his fault, right?
And that's what he's saying. I do agree.
Because it was just like when you talked about, when it was Brandon, when he talked about his daughters wanting to wear dresses. You know what I mean? So they know they're women, they know they're females, and they have to carry themselves a certain way. So he do understand that. But that could also be a good thing as well, other than the masculine stuff. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of things she could pick up from Dad that is good. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to that specific thing, he could be right.
Yeah,
he could be right.
Yeah, because I know exactly what you're talking about. Yo, it used to have this I don't even want to. I remember going to school and had this girl. Yeah, I don't know about her mom's situation, but she was hanging around her dad. Her dad was like Jamaican to the core. Yo, she had the walk down pack. You know, like how you used to like walk and bounce, she had a guy walking everything. She was a pretty girl, but she did everything masculine. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Yo, I still seen her. I seen her at the gas station. I didn't speak to her because I'm like, you know, like when you see people, if you say hi, people be like, oh, they try to talk to me. I'm past that friggin' stage. I seen her, yo, when she hopped out the truck, she was driving like a big truck. When she came out the truck, I seen her, I'm like, damn, there go. Just by the mannerism, yo, that brought me back 20 years. It's like, yo, just on the way I seen a person walk across the parking lot. I was like, that's her. Only her do that walk.
She looked like her daddy.
You know what I'm saying? So, it was a pretty girl, but she was raised like a father. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know, but yeah. That was one that I could definitely say I could see where some girls grow up and they're feminine, but they still have their father's attributes. You know what I'm saying? They still have their father attributes. So, yeah.
But it seemed like they have a good relationship, though.
Yeah, they do, and that's why he's telling her.
Because even at the age, it seemed like she's still with her dad, and she was like, "Nah, leave mom over there." You know what I mean?
So I think it's good because he knows, like he said, I think if you was with your mother, you'd be a little, like he said, your spirit is more of a man. And it's a good thing when a father could look at a child and say, hey, you know, I've done some stuff wrong. You know what I'm saying? I did some stuff.
I don't know if that's a wrong thing, though, because she's going to eventually find a man that acts like him. Find a man that's similar to their father in a lot of things they do.
I get you saying, yeah.
And so
I'm gonna push back on that. It can be a good thing. It is a good thing when a daughter or child is around their father, but then when that daughter starts to take on that masculine energy, you get the Leslie Joneses of the world, where she talking about, oh, my daddy told me I ain't raised me up to be nobody's wife, and now she's not married, no children. It's like you can be a little too aggressive after being, like your father. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's best for that girl to see the the feminine from her mother.
So here's the thing, right? In 12, you got daughters too. I don't think the attitude they're gonna show their significant other isn't the same energy that you will get from them. You know what I'm saying? So regardless of whatever you teach them, as long as they know that's mommy and that's daddy and the differences, they got to figure that out on their own.
Not necessarily.
Even if you teach them a certain way, when they dealing with that person or whoever it is, they're gonna do that however they feel.
So I agree with you to a certain degree, Pete. I'm with you to a certain degree. But as parents, you ought to raise a child how the child should be, right? So like you said, that's true. And this is where I think, and this is my assumption of this father. He's saying, yo, when I was younger, I let you hang around my friends, and now you're older. I see you doing a lot of stuff that's, manly, and I wish you had some more features of your mother, because he could see it. He's like, yo, this is kind of why I like your mother, because this is a split household. So if you're in a household where it's combined, it's like the kid's gonna get both, because guess what? Your mom is always there to say, hey, you can't do that. Your father, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? But the father will be like, yo, you ain't wearing that because we ain't with all of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna have the child is always gonna kind of have a balance. But when it's the father and he younger and he running and he not paying attention to what girls really need, all the structure, a female is going to give, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but here's the thing. She has her mother.
Right. But if you're not raised with your mother, you're going to lack some of those things.
But she chose to stay with her father.
Right. But we see this happen a lot, because I was watching.
Yeah. But what I'm saying, though, it's like they still see each other. You know what I mean? Even though they're not living with the mother, they still seen each other. So it's not like the mother's not going to rub off on her at some point. I just think that, like, okay, here's another thing. I guarantee no guy has ever gotten over on her. I can guarantee that, because she came up with a different mentality, because that's what he's kind of talking about. Like she's probably, I don't want to say slaying dudes, but she's probably like, yo, catching stuff quicker because she came up like a man. Not in that context as being raised, but just the mentalities and things around it. But I don't see anything really bad in it, because when she chose her father to live with over her mom, that's the direction she wanted to go to begin with, because she didn't want to be brought up with mom and her sister. So she chose that. I guarantee that. That's what she wanted.
I can understand.
And if mom and her sister is still involved, she's gonna. I mean, they're not in the same house, but it's still kind of the same interaction they're gonna get when she's around her mom and her sister. They girly as girls, and she's probably don't like that. You know what I mean? Everybody's different. What's up, Brandon? You look disgusted.
No, not disgusted. It's complicated. It's complicated.
Yeah, it is. It's complicated. Yep.
You really, you draw the line between a masculine chick and damn near lesbian. Like,
no.
Yeah.
How?
Because she got her father's bob, this, that, and that. She's feminine presenting. That's fine. But when you rough like that, it takes a special breed of man to be able to just be like, you know what? I can tame her.
I get you. I do see that. I've seen that before.
They take a lot. Yeah. It's not every guy, and that's the problem.
Yeah. I definitely seen that before. Where I seen, you ever see like masculine woman and they meet the right guy and they start acting feminine? Like, they be like, they break down. They break down to where the point where it's like you can even remember that they were that way, because now that guy makes her feel in her essence of her feminine, in her thing. So true. It just takes, because once ladies are in that role, they feel, you know what I'm saying? So I get it. So this one is difficult. We just feed it into it, so we can't really call it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, he raised her. She survived. She survived.
He did his job.
So let's see. Let's go with this one, and I pull up. All right, let's go with this one. We're gonna have a debate on this one. The other one we could push, but I had some topics, but this one, here we go. Toya left, and this was the one I had for Toya.
Damn it! Every time.
Here we go. We'll let her react from the chat on this one.
Yeah, we're gonna end up having to run it back next episode.
So here we go. Let's do this one. Here we go.
Hey, bro, where your people at? Huh? You okay?
Okay.
You okay? Come on, let's go home. I'm gonna take you home, okay?
Okay.
Come on. Come on.
Thank you.
You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I got you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Turn around and go back the way you came. Turn around and go back the way you came. Turn around and go back the way you came.
Why?
What?
What do you mean? He's wet. What are you talking about?
He just is not supposed to be out here. He's going to go all the way back the way he's supposed to go.
Where is he supposed to go? Don't he live here?
He knows.
He knows what?
Where he's supposed to go. Are you supposed to be out here? No.
Well, why would you make him go way back down there?
To teach him. It's like
To teach him what? Yeah, that's what happens when you get old.
No. You don't know the half things that he has. You don't know what you're talking about.
No, I do know what I'm talking
You
about.
have no idea.
Yeah, I know exactly. Yeah, I'm about to mind yours. Because I know you fucking just using them for a check, you piece of shit. You got this man doing this shit in his Pampers, or you can. I'll call the fucking police right now. I'll call the fucking police. That man in a fucking pamper wet. And you gonna make him go back down the street, you stupid motherfucker?
He can walk the way he needs to walk.
What do you mean the way he need to walk? I'm calling the fucking police, you stupid piece of shit.
That one was hard to watch.
That is crazy.
Elder.
I hope that's not a family member.
Has to be.
That's his. I think that's his.
A caretaker?
No, I think that's his sister.
His sister?
I think. One of the clips I was watching, I think they said it was his sister, but I can't confirm it.
Not his daughter? She seemed a lot younger.
Yeah, she did, but you know, age ranges.
Listen, that is insane, man. But this stuff happens. Because I'm sure they probably saying they're taking care of him and they're getting paid a lot. What does he have to learn? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out why he had to walk down this. Yo, first of all, right? If that's my loved one, yo, automatically, well, you could tell they because this was similar to one where the parents dropped the kids off in the hospital. They would go through desperate measures, so they're past that ceiling where they had enough. But I'll be sad to see my brother or my family member out in the road in a Pampers, yo. You know what I'm saying? Walking around the neighborhood in a Pampers. Yo, that's the thing that got me is like, where's that level of decency where a family member or I'm looking at this person walk around in a pamper, a grown ass man walk around in a pamper, and you're trying to teach him a lesson. That automatically.
That's an old person, yo. Like they're past retirement age. You can't teach him nothing at that point.
You sure about that?
Like, yeah, that guy's like in his 70s. With probably dementia.
Out in his 70s, but he was having a nice jog on a nice
but
warm
he looks
day.
like he got dementia and on everything that.
What does dementia look like, P? He was cooling.
Like that's what they call it, elderly abuse.
Nah.
Yeah, I'll say so.
Nah.
Yeah, that's.
He was out for a run. He went the wrong way. She making sure he go the right way. He's getting his exercise.
So I was just gonna say he's getting his exercise.
There you go.
And the Pampers.
You got it. Yo, it's nice outside. Sometimes you don't feel like wearing. Sometimes you don't feel like wearing bottoms. When you get to a certain age, you can do whatever you want.
Power Rangers Pampers on. They got the
no, sir.
Rangers.
No. Listen. That pamper ain't even full, bro. You got a little bit more to put in there.
Oh my God.
Trust me when I say you got to make the money work, whether you a baby or you elderly. If that pamper ain't full, don't pull it off. It wasn't full.
So what's the lesson to be learned from this situation?
Jog the right way or twice.
Now, the person that recorded the video was actually trying to help this guy.
No, he was a very angry individual.
Now,
That's not how you talk to people.
He seemed like he knew where he lived.
Yeah, he doesn't. He know it's his next door neighbor.
Right. Wow.
So why he not minding his business though?
Let me tell you this. Let me tell you my input. Right. My input when I seen this video was, yo, he's seen this dude outside many times before, because he had his phone ready and recording. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
He's seen this many times before, where that guy is walking in his Pampers. You know what I'm saying? So when from the time he's seen that dude probably walk in his yard or wherever, he started recording because he had enough footage for that whole 3 minutes that he was able to pass on to the cops. This video went viral. This video was shot on Friday. That jump went viral from Friday to now. You know what I'm saying? So
I believe it. It's very disturbing.
Yeah. So
it's disturbing that this neighbor wasn't minding his own business. We as African Americans have enough to deal with in this country, and yet you're recording an elderly man on a jog in his skivvies. That's a pervert behavior.
Nah.
Yeah, I dare say that this neighbor, this neighbor recording is a freaky ass boy.
He got a good argument. So he was supposed to do like 2 laps and he only did like 1.5.
1.5. You can't. Winners never quit and quitters never win.
But why Shane put on some pants over his Depends?
He didn't need it. Clearly the man need to tan. You can't tan with pants on, my boy. The full body. You gonna miss it.
I was wondering too what the temperature was like and how long he been outside.
Yeah, that was
look nice out there. It's like 70 degrees.
Hey.
Y'all seen the sun beaming, and as tropical people, you should already know how warm it looked. Just seeing the
sun was beaming today. It was 35 degrees. That sun was out.
No. It was nice outside. I don't know where you live, but if the sun was beaming and it didn't feel nice, you living in the wrong place, sir.
I'm in Connecticut.
The climate was good though. I ain't gonna lie.
It was. I don't know where P at. P in the Adirondacks all over again. Stop playing.
Hey, it was windy. It was like 35 degrees, but it was windy as hell today.
When you was up at 5 in the morning? What are you talking about?
No, today.
Yeah, today. You was up at 5 in the morning outside? Yeah, he was outside early in the morning doing his little jog, like that little man right there. Pete, you got to go out when it's later and like.
I leave my house at 6:15, 6:30.
Yeah, come on. You talking about? Come on. It's practically
disturbing, man.
It's not disturbing. Oh my God!
And it seemed like the guy knows that they're just doing it for a check.
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
he's making an assumption. You know what happens when you assume?
No, that wasn't an assumption. He said
an assumption.
He said y'all just doing this for the money.
So is he going through the people's mail? How would he know this? You can't assume.
It's got to be his neighbors, and he probably he's taking advantage of this guy all the time.
He's dropping out. Yo, that's what happens when you don't mind your business. Come on.
All right, so let me transition to this one. So let's see. Here we go.
What'd you say, man? What'd you say?
15-minute parking. How long have I been here?
I'm not in the
No, I said how long have I been here? So do you think I need you checking up on my minutes? I'm grown. I know how to count. Have a blessed night, okay? All right, have a blessed night. All right.
Thank you, beautiful.
Thank you, beautiful. Have a nice night.
She a judge or some shit. She ain't no regular.
Did you hear the beginning of that bit part?
I had technical difficulties.
What was the whole?
Oh, this one was for Brandon. Let me run it one more time. Here we go.
It worked for me.
This bitch is a
What'd you say, man? What'd you say?
15-minute parking.
How long have I been here?
I'm not in the
No, I said how long have I been here? So do you think I need you checking up on my minutes? I'm grown. I know how to count. Have a blessed night, okay? All right, have a blessed night. All right.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank you, beautiful. Have a nice night.
She a judge or some shit. She ain't no.
See, I still didn't get that.
Why you ain't get it? Disrespectful whip.
I'm a little slow.
Nah, they disrespectful. They supposed to pull
I
out.
went to
You ain't
public
supposed to be
school. I wasn't able to get that homeschooling.
I went to public school too. We gonna be all right.
So they're in the car. Who is she?
Just a random person telling
They
them.
think she's watching them.
She was. So they pull up into a parking space. They was there for like about 2 to 3 minutes. I think it's a 50-minute parking, and she took it up on herself to let them know it's only a 50-minute parking. Or she probably told them they can't park there, something of that extent.
So is this a car Karen?
Is that a thing? Or is she just doing her civic duty?
Yeah, it could be a
Loitering's a crime, sir.
But she parked there, so she probably loitering too. If she was she gonna implicate herself if she do.
You see how dark those tints on that car was? When they brought the windows up, see how dark the tint was?
On her car or their car?
That's what I was about to say. What's wrong with that?
You could tell why she pulled up to watch these.
No, they were already there.
Yeah, but she came to make sure that they do what they say gonna do and get out. Them tints was real dark, and we know who rode around with dark.
What do they have to hide, sir? Why are their tints so dark?
Exactly.
Everybody likes a fishbowl.
Hey, exactly.
You're attracting negative attention when you put tints on a vehicle.
You do?
You're hiding something. You're hiding something.
So why do presidents and top people have them on their car?
That's different.
They don't ask for that. They don't ask for that.
Yeah, that's top agent stuff. Like
they comes standard.
We don't want you to know who's in here.
Yeah, that too.
That's the answer.
Well, it's for security too. That's why theirs are.
And that's the answer why they tints are dark.
Now,
They don't want
your back windows could be as dark as you want them. The back window and the back ones could be darker, but the front ones, where the drivers are, has to be a certain. It can't be black.
Percentage.
Yeah. But his was black, like midnight under the bed, black. And you know who like to roll around in them tinted cars.
So we're gonna go ahead and land this one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with the closeout. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start with the closeout. So my message for tonight is stop yelling at people when a 3-year-old touch your butt.
Lord.
You know what I'm saying? It's a kid. Kids are going to be kids. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, let your kids also know they can't put their hands on people. Stop with the bullying. And, that's my message. Who want to go next?
Hey, stranger danger. Stranger danger is one of the hot topics today. And 3-year-old, we went to ICE. We got bullying. Grandpa and his depends. What can we say? Stranger danger. Watch our kids, parents, making sure y'all pay attention to your children when they go out in the world. If you're homeschooling your kid, I don't even know what to say about that when it comes to homeschooling. I still feel like the state needs to change something. 12, I understand how you feel about when it comes to people want their privacy. And I guess you could say most kids it's done right. However, there's a few that abuse the system, and hopefully they can do something to change that. I don't know what it is, but something, because people want their privacy, right? So that's it, man.
Okay.
Make sure y'all hit the QR code. If you're still here with us, might as well like the video. We appreciate it. It will help get it out to more people. And what's up, Brandon?
I think the overall lesson from tonight is protect your own, whether it's your family members who have become senile and elderly. Protect your own. Make sure that they are in a position to be cared for, well taken care of, because you're entrusting to somebody else, and the next thing you know, they're running in their diaper across the lawn. Protect your own. If you take your kids out of school, make sure that they are receiving the education they need to be successful in this world. Make sure that they are not the kids slipping through the cracks and ending up on the news. Protect your own. Make sure that if your kid is being bullied, you stand up for your kid. Because unfortunately, there are children who get bullied and don't say anything to their parents. And unfortunately, they end their own existence, which is sad for anybody involved. Sometimes you got to put a battery in their back by standing up for them. Protect your own. Make sure that you're raising your kids the way you want them to be. And sometimes we can have a little bit of an unfair advantage in terms of, maybe the kid prefers the dad and you want to raise a feminine girl to be married off and continue on the line. Protect your own. That's the lesson for Late Night Line from Night. So Tuesdays and Thursdays, y'all, at 9 p.m. Please like, share, subscribe, and come live with us.
Yeah.
Stranger danger.
So the question for Thursday, should we put up the link? What you guys think? Do you guys like the link?
Yeah, we could put up the link.
There's no harm in trying again. I got burnt, but I'm willing to try again. I want y'all to come and talk with us, share your ideas, your thoughts. But if you're not on the level, we're kicking you to the curb.
So yeah, Thursday, make sure y'all come in. If y'all want to come on the show and talk junks to Brandon, make sure y'all come back Thursday. We're going to
QR code. You can hit the QR code.
We're going to have the link so y'all can come on the show and you can tell Brandon how you feel.
But you got to show your face. We ain't just letting any old person come on. Got to show your face.
Exactly.
All right. And we're out. Peace.
Till the next time, y'all.